Hello, welcome. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Glad to have you join us once again to talk sports. I'm Austin Okonakpan on the show tonight. I'll give you updates coming from the UEFA Super Cup. Yes, I told you it's Chelsea taking on Liverpool. What a story. Chelsea tonight, they made business, and they don't like what happened against Manchester United. So the Blues are fighting and fighting. They got the lead through Olivier Giroud, but hey, it's now 1-1 because Liverpool leveled up through Sadio Mane. So we've got a big game on our hands tonight. We'll continue to monitor it and see where that one we go on the show tonight. We'll also continue our countdown to the 2019 African Games. It's the 12th edition, and Nigeria is using that one to stamp its authority when it comes to sports in Africa. It will kick off on Friday in Rabat, Morocco. Tonight on the show, I'll let you know the Nigerian team that will represent the country in volleyball. I'll give you the handball team and also the table tennis team. All of that we'll talk about on the show tonight. I'll also let you know what's going on as regards Nigeria's bid. Yeah, remember last week we had officials from FIFA on an inspection tour in the country. They visited 4 cities: Lagos, Benin, Asaba, and Uyo. Those are the proposed venues for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. Nigeria is bidding to host. So FIFA came to inspect. The first phase has been concluded. We're waiting for FIFA to tell us what's next. We've put together a special report highlighting that bid and the inspection of facilities in different proposed cities. We'll let you see it tonight on the show. I'll give you updates coming from the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They're getting ready for that friendly match against Ukraine. Coach Gennaro has invited 23 players that will execute that mission. Who are those players? I'll tell you on this show tonight. We'll also talk about the FIBA Women's Afro-Basket Championship that is going on in Dakar, Senegal. Nigeria's D-Tigress, they have been impressive at the competition. We told you how they ran over Cameroon to qualify for the quarterfinals. They're going to meet Congo in the quarterfinals, the DR Congo, actually. So let's see what the D-Tigress will do in that one. It's Sports Tonight on Channels Television, wherever you are in the world watching us. Welcome on board. I know so much is happening in our world of sports. One of them, the UEFA Super Cup, but we'll continue to monitor it also and give you the updates that you need to know. Let's quickly check up on the UEFA Super Cup. I told you starting the show that it's Liverpool 1, Chelsea won, and it's like a balanced game as it is right now. Let's see. I knew it's going to be tight because of what happened in that opening English Premier League match between Chelsea and Manchester United. So who wants it? Hey, whoever wants it should take it. It's the Super Cup. It's the champion of the UEFA Champions League versus the champion from the UEFA Europa League. So this team that will win tonight will become the champion of champions. Yeah, that's what it is, and it's a good bragging right. So at the moment, Liverpool won, Chelsea won UEFA Super Cup. Let me let you know that Nigeria is getting ready. They should be ready by now, yeah, but all looks set for the 12th edition of the African Games that will take place in Rabat, Morocco. I told you it will get underway on Friday, the 16th. Nigeria, they have named the handball team that will represent the country. Let me just run through some of the names for the men and the women. Philip Kalu is based in Israel. He's been picked to represent the country. There's Obina Patrick in that list also for the men. Obina Ani is based in Morocco. He's also in the list. Oladunjoye Adams is in Qatar, is in the list. We've got some home-based players in there also. Farouk Yusuf, that beautiful story I told you guys about Farouk Yusuf. He went to the Under-21 Championship. It didn't look good for Nigeria, but Farouk was impressive. This is what we're talking about. He has now qualified. He has now been picked to represent the country at the African Games. I love this one so much. So he's also there. Oladunjoye Adams is in the mix. Ibitoye Ayomide from Lagos Seasiders. Rotimi Gbenga from Lagos Seasiders. Also Yahaya Owolabi, Lagos Seasiders. Adio Ibrahim from Lagos Seasiders also. Emiena Emmanuel from Safety Shooters. Some of these names we know following the league, so it's good to see that they are busy with their handball. Kingsley Okubike from Kano Pillars, and Nas Emmanuel Emeka from Niger United, Anas Mohammed from Niger United, and Solomon Agbaji from Kano Pillars. That's the list of the men's handball team. The men's handball team. Let's take a look at the women for handball. The 2019 African Games. We have Udochukwu Ohakwe. She's based in Israel. Isoken Nosa Odia. Chinemere Ahame Fula, Rachel Brown, she's based in the Republic, plays a handball there. Messi Audu, Hope Sunday from Plateau Peacocks. I love the fact that a lot of home-based players are also in a mix of this one. Cynthia Vincent, Plateau Peacocks. Toyin Yusuf from Plateau Peacocks. Adaobi Okoro from Defenders Babes. Susan Omolua from Defenders Babes also. There's Ruth Ame from Defenders Babes. There's Faith Inegbedion from Edo Dynamos. And Dorothy Inyage from Benue Babes. And Muinat Yusuf from Kwara State. So that's the handball team for the 2019 African Games. Let me give you the volleyball team for the 2019 African Games. For the men, that's it right there. Daniel Nathaniel, Afuni Dowu, Sunday Akimbo, Ami Ferdinand, Joseph Princewill, Obayemi Ogunshino, Levi Iochom, Dikia Sriyefa, Ikenna Ochi, Arinze Nwachukwu, Uchenna Ofwa, and Samuel Ubuche. That's the men's team for volleyball 2019 African Games. The women's team, we have Ladi Jalmet, Eunice Steven, Sandra Ozabo, Ijoma Upabi, Mercy Promise, Rafiat Mustafa, Happy Ushilang, Esther Dusu, Bettina Francis, Esther Ahua, Sharon Achi, and Jumai Bitrus. So there you have it. We need to know these guys because they're representing the country. Men and women's team for volleyball. The other day we told you they would both play, the men and the women. They were drawn in Pool A, and we've got Morocco in the mix also, the host country. So they know that it's going to be competitive for them at the African Games. From volleyball to table tennis. Yes, we're talking about table tennis lately because there was a festival of table tennis in Lagos. We saw the club championships, from then to the African Cup. After the Africa Cup, we had the Nigeria Open. So Nigerian table tennis players, they've been busy with table tennis. And Funke Oshonaike last night on this show told us that it's also good preparation ground for them competing at those 3 major championships before leaving for Rabat, Morocco. Let me tell you the men's team for table tennis to the 2019 African Games. Segun Toriola is a legend of table tennis in Nigeria. He's still going to the African Games, yes. If you're still winning, that's Segun Toriola right there with Jide Omotayo. They paired together in the men's doubles. They made it to the final, but they didn't get to win. Aruna Quadri, he's doubtful. Last night, we listened to him on this show. He said, look, I'm injured. The Federation, if they want me to go to the African Games, then they should make sure that I get into shape. But Bode Abiodun is also in the list. Taiwo Mati, I told you the beautiful story of Taiwo Mati. He's just 16, but his table tennis has been consistent, and he's been winning. Anytime Waido show, they also told us that he is one for the future, that is going to emerge one of the best table tennis players Nigeria have ever produced. So Taiwo Mati is in that list, and Olajide Omotayo. That's Taiwo Mati right there. He's just 16 and he's going to the African Games. He's going to team up with Segun Toriola, Aruna Quadri, Bode Abiodun, and Olajide Omotayo, senior table tennis players. It will be a massive experience for Taiwo Mati to go to the African Games and learn from these guys. Because remember, there's going to be the team event. There's also going to be the doubles event, and there's also the singles event. So this young lad will be coming back home with a full bag of experience and exposure when he goes to Rabat, Morocco, to represent Nigeria in the table tennis event of the 2019 African Games. Let's talk about the women now. What are the ladies that will represent Nigeria? You know some of them. Legend, Olufunke Oshonaike. Look at her right there, leading the pack. Edem Ofyong, she's also part of the team. Cecilia Otuakpa, Ajoke Ojomo, her table tennis has been on the rise. Remember, she won at the National Sports Festival last year, December, and look at where that has brought her now. There's also Fatima Bello. Fatima came to the preliminary round of the National Youth League and stunned everybody to actually qualify and compete at that competition. So that also, I'm sure, the coaches will say, no, we cannot let go of this sort of talent. So that's the team, men and women's team for table tennis to the 2019 African Games. Nasiru Bello is the national table tennis coach. He's been trying to let us understand the quality of the players that are going to represent Nigeria in table tennis, and is optimistic they will impress. Let's listen to him on the show tonight.
About 5 boys and 5 girls going for African Games. We have Aruna Kodri, Sheikh Toriola, Gideon Montayo, we have Bode Abiodun, and also Mati Taiwo for the boys. And these boys, you can check them out in Morocco. They are fantastic. We have confidence in the team doubles and in the single event. Female player, we have Funko Shonaike, Edemofion, Cecilia Okpa, Ajoke Ojomu, and Fatima Bello. These are the girls that went to Commonwealth table tennis in India 4 weeks ago that came back with bronze medal. In the history of table tennis, Commonwealth Games or Commonwealth table tennis, Nigeria has never won medal before in games or table tennis in Commonwealth. But this time around, this year 2019, our young talented girls, they went to India and they come back with bronze medal, which shows that we are really preparing for Morocco 2019 and also beyond that, Tokyo 2020.
So, you see, that's the national team coach for table tennis saying, look, we've got fantastic players and they are ready. Told you the quality in the men's team and also that of the women's team. So we are counting down to the 2019 African Games. It should be good for Nigeria. You know the teams now for table tennis, handball, and volleyball. Tomorrow, we'll put together more teams for you to see and know where to follow Nigeria at the 2019 African Games, because it's a festival of loads of sports. So if you love football, you stay with your football. If you're a fan of table tennis and volleyball, you stay with that. There's also badminton, loads of sports that will go down. It's a sports festival that's going down right there in Rabat, Morocco, and we're glad that Team Nigeria is preparing so well for it. Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Let's go on this quick break. When we come back, what's going on with Nigeria and a bid to host the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup? That will get our attention, so don't go anywhere, stay with us. Back Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Nigeria is bidding to host the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. Last week we had a team from FIFA to inspect facilities in the country. Is Nigeria really ready to host that competition? We've put together this report. Let's watch it. These are the proposed venues to host the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup, and the job of the inspection team is to ensure they meet the standards. The Teslim Balogun Stadium is one of the training sites. The regrassing of the pitch is almost complete, but there's still some work to be done.
The process is in the first stages right now, so we have still a lot of work to do before final decisions are taken.
The NFF believes hosting the World Cup will be good for the women's game in Nigeria.
This is the best opportunity for us to rebuild and maintain that standard that we have with the Super Falcons.
For me, I don't think it's top on our priority because we have other things, other burden issues in the Nigerian football, like especially in the Women's League.
From Lagos to Benin City, the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium is also receiving some attention.
There to build mini stadia in all the local governments, of the state. We have 20 of them under construction as we speak. In fact, one of them, we have about 4 of them that can be used as practice pitches.
The facility is looking good. Hopefully, there's a long-term plan for maintenance.
Aparaku Stadium, Makurdi, Fusion Pitch, almost 8 years now, zero maintenance. We have to try and understand that you can't invest money on these infrastructures without maintaining them.
Next port of call for the team is the Stephen Keshi Stadium in Asaba, Delta State.
Lots of facilities have been upgraded or will be upgraded in the next time. So this is obviously what we like.
The job of the inspection team ended at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. From the different sampled opinions, it will be good for Nigeria to host the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. In fact, just bidding has exposed the need for infrastructure development, and with more intentions to host international competitions, someday this sort of facility that has been abandoned since 2002 might just get some attention. From the National Stadium in Surulere, Lagos, Austin Okonakpan, Channels Television News. So that's the story of Nigeria's bid for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. So you saw the report. You've been following it. So what do you think? There are loads of benefits in it. It will be good for Nigeria to host. The last time we hosted a FIFA event was in 2009. Hey, this is Nigeria. But again, it's a clear reminder that we need to do more for infrastructure development. That's the part of this bid that I like. The bid has made us realize. For instance, you heard the governor of Edo State. He said that this is for them. It's not even about the FIFA Women's World Cup. They are hosting the sports festival next year. And so they already have a target to boost infrastructure before that competition comes. So the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium is looking good. I love it. But it goes beyond that. You also listen to Egbe. He says it's not about building a fantastic structure or world-class facilities. Maintenance. The maintenance. When you don't maintain, it's going to rot. That's what is happening. That's what has happened at the National Stadium in Surulere, Lagos. Put the Abuja National Stadium there. Also put the Liberty Stadium in Oyo State. Most of the stadiums in the country, they need proper maintenance, proper attention. So it's good. It's good that this is coming. The stadium in Asaba doesn't look bad. You need to just touch it here and there. Teslim Balogun is coming up again. The regrassing has been completed, but there's still more work to be done. The Gospel Akpabio Stadium, more maintenance. Yes, more maintenance needs to be done in that one also. And also some stadiums I will see around. Very, very important. That's the story of that World Cup bid. The NFF believes it will be good for women's football. I think I agree also, but also need to fix other areas of women's football in Nigeria, just so we know what we're doing and we're keeping up with the standards. Let me keep touch with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Now, Fortuna, the sort of goalkeeper, Maduka Okoye, he's been on our program before the morning show, and he expressed his intentions to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Dreams come true. He's been invited. And also Glasgow Rangers midfielder Joe Aribo. They are set to make their debut after being called up to the Super Eagles 23-man squad for an international friendly match against Ukraine when September the 10th. Kelechi Iheanacho is also back into the mix. The injured Tyron Ebuehi missed out of the AFCON because of injury. He is back. He's fit now. Semi Ajayi was also dropped for the AFCON. Is also back to the team. Others included for the game are Everton new signing Alex Iwobi, William Troost-Ekong, Oganekaro Etebo, Kenneth Omeru, who has also completed his deal to Leganés of Spain, Jamilu Collins, Ikechukwu Ezenwa, Victor Osimhen, Wilfred Ndidi, Samuel Chukwueze, Henry Oyekuru, and Ahmed Musa. The friendly in Dnipro is set as part of the Super Eagles preparations for November's 2021 African Cup of Nations qualifier against Benin Republic. So they're making good use of that FIFA window. Confirmation of the forwards. Ahmed Musa is there, is the captain of the team right now. Victor Osimhen, who is on fire, by the way, scored 2 goals in his opening match for Lille. Moses Simon, Henry Oyekuru, I mentioned, Samuel Kalu, also in the team, Paul Onuachu, and Samuel Chukwueze. That's for the forward players. Let's just see for the goalkeepers. It's Francis Uzo, there's Ikechukwu Ezenwa, and Maduka Okoye. So no Daniel Akpeyi this time around. you start asking questions because Daniel Akpeyin was the first choice goalkeeper at the AFCON. Hey, it's football. Defenders, there's Ola, there's Tyrone Eboué, who is making a return to the team. Chidozie Awaziem, William Troost-Ekong, Leon Balogun, Kenneth Omeru, Jamilu Collins, and Semi Ajayi. The midfielders, Everton's Alex Iwobi, Wilfred Ndidi of Leicester City, Ogenekaro Etebo players for Stoke City of England, Kelechi Iheanacho plays for Leicester City, and Joe Aribo, the new boy, plays for Glasgow Rangers in Scotland. So there you have it, the list of the invited 23 players for that international friendly game against Ukraine. When? September the 10th. Let me let you know before we wrap up the show that the Tigers of Nigeria, the defending champions at the women's Afro basket, they will face the Democratic Republic of Congo in the quarterfinals of the championship that is going on in Dakar, Senegal. Congo DR today outscored Cape Verde 78 to 46 points to set up a clash with the reigning champions. All the best to Nigeria's D Tigress. That's how far we can go on the show tonight. Keep talking to us on Twitter. We're still channels_sports, and on Facebook channels IFN Sports. That's the show. For the team, I'm Austin Okonakpan. In everything you do, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.